Hi everyone. This is another edition of my tea tasting, and I just realized this is already off to a great start. I forgot to fill up my water. Hey Mari, how's it going? I apologize. Whoa. No. Yeah. This is not off to a good start. I forgot to fill up my water, and I nearly came this close to dropping my tea. Yes. This is off to a great start. Hey Ma, how's it going? Hey Mickey, what's up? I was rushing, and I kind of forgot to fill up my water. Yes. So I'm just going to take a quick run, fill this up, and we'll get this party started. Because yeah, I've had my own bit of bad luck with my timing and my prep. I got so wrapped up in yeah, you get to see what little of my little basement apartment here. There we go. Okay, yeah, now we can get this party started. That was awkward. I got so wrapped up in getting people to remember that I was doing this that I forgot to make all the preparations. I did everything except the one thing that I really needed to do, besides poopers. Besides the tea itself, I had to put the water on. So that's already hot or going on its way. Welcome. Okay, so today this is going to be a bit of a marathon, because when you make iced tea, especially when you're using an herbal blend, you're going to want to get all the flavor that you can out of it. So I'm going to be steeping this for about an hour. And that's going to leave plenty of time with me just riffing, not knowing what it is I'm going to talk about. I'm completely unprepared. But I'm going to talk right now. I'm going to talk about the Alchemist garden. Now, this is one that I completely fell in love with right away. It's got a blend of watermelon cooler, rose tips, hibiscus, peppermint. Randy, how's it going? Spearmint and rose petals. So I already opened this. I'm going to tell you guys what it smells like. It smells a lot like watermelon, but with gum. Like it's got a nice fragrance to it. Oh, that's amazing. So, all right. So my water is almost done boiling. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it is I'll be using today. Now I'm not gonna be using my teapot because I'm gonna have a lot bigger portion. So I'm gonna show you right now. I'm using this beauty right here. It's gotten me through one summer already, and it's gonna take me through this one as well. It makes about a liter worth of iced tea. Now, because I'm going to be working with a larger portion, I'm going to be filling it up more than usual. So this is going to carry, I'm going to fill it to about here. About halfway through, maybe a little bit less. It'll be about 8 teaspoons of the Alchemist garden. And I'll talk more about the flavor profile in just a moment. We got filling up this puppy. 3, Hey Ronnie, how's it going? 5. I might actually need a little bit more. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is really chunky. I'm actually gonna need a little bit more because it's so chunky. It's not as much that takes up space. You can see that I filled up 8 teaspoons, but there's not a whole lot in there. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick a little sample. It's kind of hard to, you know what, let me ooh, okay. Hey, you're not switching. There we go. So you can see it's got the rose hips in it. I mean the rose petals. It's got the watermelon cooler. Doggone it! I've been having problems focusing. You can see. Oh, it's so hard to tell. There we go. You can see like that little dark leaf in the front. That's the spearmint, and it's got watermelon. It's got pineapple. It's basically an herbal blend. Let me switch that back here. There we go. Alright, I'm going to see how much tea I have in there. The water's already done. Yeah, I'm going to put in 1 more teaspoon. There we go. Oh, I love that smell. It's got like this really sweet, light watermelon flavor. What was that? I thought all your bags were just powder. It's not that they're powder. Some of them are more leafy than others, but no. A lot of the time, it's really chunky because they use all natural products. Oh yeah, rose hips would be amazing with this one. Hey Jamie, how's it going? You came just in time for the magic. So now, because I have a Charlie, how's it going? Now, because I'm using this big portion, I'm going to use for the first time my entire kettle. Now it's going in there hot. I put it in for 212 degrees because this is an herbal blend. So it can take the hot temperature for a long amount of time. So now, the moment you've all been waiting for. If I can position this clearly. Ooh, so dramatic. Let me just pull this back. Just steep the entire thing up in here. And now the clock is starting. Oh, why are you not screwing in these? There we go. Wasn't screwing in right. Okay, so the time is starting. It's going to be an hour from now, so it's 8:11. Oh, how fitting. 9:11. It's gonna be done. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the tea itself. Aside from the add-ons, I'm gonna bring up the flavor profile. Oh, hey Jazzy, how's it going? I'm bringing up the watermelon cooler because it's got its own set of watermelon cooler. It's got its own set of oh no, it's okay. You didn't miss much. You almost missed me completely destroy everything in the first 2 seconds of today's stream because I had to choose. I was about to drop my my T-Rex, which would have completely devastated me, or my phone. So I chose my phone since it's protected. Yeah, it was bad. 213 at least I would, except for the fact that this thing only goes to 212, only because it's electronically monitored. Okay, so let me bring this down. Where does the? There we go. Excuse me. The watermelon cooler has apple pieces, hibiscus, rose hips, raspberry leaves, cranberries, natural watermelon flavor, and rose petals. So they added more rose petals to this, and hibiscus, and the spearmint to give it a nice fragrance on top of the watermelon. So watermelon cooler on its own tastes like a Jolly Rancher. It is straight up candy, and it makes for an absolutely amazing iced tea. Hey, Leanie, what's up? You made it. Oh, it is. It's like perfect for summer, like deep August, 432-degree weather. It's perfect. Oh no, don't worry about being late. I'm gonna be here for at least an hour. And as I go on, you didn't miss much except for like the gigantic disaster that was the first 5 minutes of the show. So I'm really grateful that only 2 or 3 of you witnessed it. But of course, it's gonna be saved on my thing for posterity. So everybody who missed it can go back and rewind and check it out. I'm gonna see how. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I I don't mind that. Go ahead and figure out the Chromecast, and we'll have a great time. Yeah, Luke, you saw this is like I think this is the first time aside from the rice that you came in and caught the stream, and man, what an impression that made! Because I mean, I was literally juggling, and the thing is, like, I had to make a decision of which had to fall because I was not gonna catch them both. It was bad. It's like all this dramatic. Everything was in slow motion. It was like, no. And then everybody else's view was like, ah. I actually was. I was excited and at the same time embarrassed. I really do need to get a third arm. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna reenact that because I wouldn't have any problem if it didn't put my T-Rex at risk, and y'all know I love my T-Rex mug. I'm not gonna try that at home. Did I put it? I think. Oh yeah, I put it back. No, I'm not gonna do it. I wish I had that Arnold Schwarzenegger meme that I always use. The "Do it now." That's my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. I have a few favorites. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the steeping time. Now, because this is an herbal blend, you don't have to worry about over steeping it. There's no tea leaves in it. I'm not even going to use my... if I had, like, a plastic one, I would try it, but no, I'm pretty satisfied with what I got now. Anyway, so because this is a... what is it? Well, I can't see that JPEG on here. I'll check it out after. But because there's no tea leaves in here, you don't have to worry about over steeping because it can take the water and just go with it. That's why I prefer having a excuse me. I prefer having an herbal blend when I make excuse me. That rice dinner, man, it's staying with me. I prefer having an herbal blend when I make iced tea because it can sit there for an hour. What's in it? It's got watermelon cooler, and watermelon cooler has apple pieces, hibiscus, rose hips, raspberry leaves, cranberry, natural watermelon flavor, and rose petals. They added more rose petals to it, and they have the the spearmint. So essentially, you get like this combination of minty gum with watermelon, and it's out of this world. Like I took Nicole. She's at a concert today, so she's not going to be joining us. But I took her to Adagio to taste it, and she loved it. So she would be willing to testify if she was here that this was a really good one. So I'm going to open it up. If you guys have any questions while we wait, because this is going to be a marathon, and I have no itinerary whatsoever. This is my greatest challenge, and I think we can knock it out of the park. As long as we have a lot of good participation, a lot of good stuff going on, I'm all for it. And I know lately people have been coming in towards the end of it, so I'm still expecting more viewers to come in. I sent out all my reminders, so we'll see who drops in and when. Hopefully we'll have a good turnout. I wouldn't say unprepared. Well, actually, you could say that considering I forgot to put my water in, so it's just tiny bit unprepared. Just minor details here and there. You know how it is. I kind of got thrown off, and I was just not on everything today. I was on about 80% of it. So, hopefully... no, this is actually not one of my creations. This is what they sell in store at Adagio. I wish it was one of my creations, and I might use watermelon cooler as a base for something else in the future. But this one, it's what they do is a seasonal challenge. Everybody makes a tea for the season. Everybody that works there, anyway, and whoever wins, they get their blend featured, and it's in store. If you're looking for it online, you're not going to find it there because it's just not there. They only sell it in store as an exclusive because it's a contest essentially that they do every season. Lavender and lemonade. That might be something interesting. I don't know what I would do for the lemonade. Probably I would use Rooibos Lemon Cloud. That's got a nice flavor to it. It's got like the most citrusy flavor. The lavender lemonade might be a good combination. I'll see. I'll see if I can like put something in on it with the watermelon. It's possible. I can probably go one of these days and mix it myself because they let you do your own mixing. So that's one good thing about Adagio. You know, you can test and I mean, as long as you buy it at the end. All right, I'm making my television debut. Well, not exactly my television debut because I have been on TV before, but my first full feature television debut. Woohoo! Hello out there in TV land. Hi, Ma. I'm sure she's here somewhere. She's actually tuned in now. She's just really, really quiet for the moment. So okay, so you do know what it would taste like. I might use that then. That would probably make for a really great. You see, there she is. Hi, Ma. Everybody say hi. No, just lavender lemonade. I might actually make that. I'll see. That sounds like a really good idea. Because well, I guess pink lemonade with the watermelon would be nice. And speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like. already. It's well, you know what? Let me put it closer to the light. I will do that because it'll still be good for August. Well, I know it's not going to be pink lemonade. I'm going to, yeah. If I don't bring this one, I'll buy a new bag because this thing is worth buying a second time. So as you can see already, it's got a nice red tint to it. I'm gonna see if I can just, because the brown door behind it is not doing it justice. Let me see, because it's, yeah, you can see right there, it's starting to turn a little bit red, a little bit brownish, and that's going to be a nice flavor coming out because it's so concentrated. Now, right now, the way that it is, it's not going to remain that way completely. It's gonna get darker as time passes, and that's what I want. That's why I leave it in there for an hour, because it pulls out all the flavor that it can. And once it does, I'll be taking a couple trays of ice and putting it in there to actually make it cold. So once that comes up, that's the full effect of the iced tea. You're gonna see it all around. Now, I didn't pre-sweeten the pot this time because this one, when I put the ice in, I'll put the sugar in as well, and that way it all mixes in together. So I don't have to worry about it settling at the bottom for an hour. You want to avoid that because then the flavor won't be as vibrant when you mix it up. Now, normally when I do this with hot tea, it's not steeping for an hour. You know, it's only steeping for about between 3 and 5 minutes, and then after that, you can mix it up. The sugar doesn't dissipate. But for this one, because it's going to be there for so long, I'm making sure that I pull out all the flavor that I can from the tea before I sweeten it. Excuse me. Oh, I'm still not used to talking so much. Always gets to me. Anyway. So, anybody else got questions? Want to talk about anything tea related? I know Teresa, she's not going to be here, but she's looking for what kind of cookie would go with this. I would not really recommend a cookie, mainly because it's being served as an iced tea. So the cookies would be, cookies and hot tea go better. If I were to recommend one, well, I don't talk too much during the week. Anyway, if I was to make this hot, I would get one of those, like the sugar cookies with a fruit in the middle, like a raspberry cookie. That would be great. Pie, a fruit pie for sure. I would go with probably a lemon pie. I'm not big on fruit pies, but I like doing like a strawberry or a raspberry kind of pie, or a sweet biscuit. Yeah. What am I steeping this tea in again? It's not really a pot. It's an iced tea maker. I gotta get the name of it. They don't sell it on the Adagio website because it's not their product. They buy it from somebody else. But this product, I swear by it. It's amazing. It serves about a liter of tea, and I'm not sure if you saw before I put it in. I'll probably just get you the link, and I'll share it on Facebook. Just for you, because I don't know if that's like an advertising thing with Adagio. I don't want to get them connected. So I mean, I don't know if it'll get them in any trouble or get me in any trouble. Probably not, because I'm not getting anything from this. But I'm playing it safe. I'm sure it's somewhere on like Amazon or something. Um, I'll see if I can remember the name, but I know how to find it either way. But yeah, this is something that I absolutely swear by. I was actually talking to one of my viewers slash friends, Pamela, who was asking about the iced tea specifically. I meant to get one for her and then like ship it out, but it didn't quite happen that way because she kind of like disappeared right after. But she's back and forth, and I'll get it for her. But I'll get you the I'll get you the link after. And trust me, this thing is absolutely amazing. I use it all the time, even in the winter. Because you know when you have a fridge, you just put water. I drink a lot of water. I cut out about 90% of the soda that I used to drink. I cut that out, and I mostly drink water. But sometimes you want something with flavor, right? So I started making iced tea on a regular basis, and I haven't looked back. A lot of this stuff is just. It's some of the best stuff that I've ever tasted, and you know I mean it. It's better than the Lipton, better because I mean a lot of the places that make iced tea, they only make the one leaf, the Ceylon. I always do that, Ceylon, the Ceylon black tea, and it's pretty simple. Kind of gets boring after a while. So I've been experimenting with different types of teas to use, and this has become one of my favorites. My orange creamsicle was the first one that I tried on my own, like of my own creations, and I didn't even think about it as an iced tea until later on. But then I made it cold, and blew me away. I loved it. As a matter of fact, I'm about due. I haven't gotten my my orange creamsicle in a while, so I still have a couple bags left of iced teas that I want to make. But the thing about it is that when you make iced teas, normally when you make it hot, you use 1 teaspoon, maybe 2. But with the iced tea, because you're doing it in bulk, I'm using 8. So it blows it away right after. It blows away the bags really quickly. You love that one, the orange creamsicle. Welcome back, poopers. What is this? If I heat my water in a coffee pot and then put a ceramic pot from Adagio, would it be good to steep? That it would be good, except for the fact that you have to have it temperature controlled. If you're going to do black teas or herbal teas, it would be perfect. But if you're doing green teas, you can put it in the pot and let it cool out for about 10-15 minutes, and then put the tea in. But yeah, if you want to do it that way, that's perfectly fine. And for a tea shop, I don't know if I'm ready for a tea shop. I would love it if I did. If anybody out there who's watching wants to be a backer, you want to fund my tea shop, we'll be partners. I have no problems with that, because I can do this all day. Really, I love tea. I love culture, the tea culture, the history. I mean, you can tell by the way I talk about it all the time. Yeah, the water cooler is herbal. There's no tea in it. It's just straight up herbs and leaves and stuff like that. Because they have the raspberry leaf in there, rose petals. I don't know if you consider that a leaf, because petals are biologically different from leaves. But I hear a giggle. That's my little goddaughter Anna. She's out there somewhere, probably causing trouble. Anyway. So yeah, you can leave it in there, and it's not going to affect the flavor. The longer you leave it in, actually, the more flavor you'll get out of it. So I always highly recommend, if you're gonna make iced tea, the best quality is gonna be the herbal blends. Now I have made black tea ice before, and I think I need to fix the proportions, because I come close, but I always tend to oversteep it just a little bit. So I'm working on it. I haven't tried green tea yet. I'm not a big fan of green iced tea. It depends on the flavor. Like, I would try it somewhere along the lines of I was talking about doing cocoa mint one day, or what was the other one? Citron green. Even like a vanilla green, something like that would be amazing iced. I just personally have not done that yet. I'll get around to it one day, I'm sure. I would actually also love to do an iced white tea. They have this one, the strawberry white. Whew, out of this world. I love strawberry white. I want to do that iced one day, because it's just it's such a strong concentration of the strawberry. Ralph, what's up? You made it. Yes, tea bags. Tea bags for everyone. This one, actually, it's an extra long tea bag. Whoops, I forgot to switch. There we go. Extra long tea bag just for you. I know you're thrilled. Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to be here for quite some time. It's already 8:30, so I've already been here, 20 minutes. So I have another 40 minutes to go. So you are right on time, dude. You missed the tragedy, but I haven't tried the sour apple. I've smelled it, and it smells great. It's gonna be on my to-do list. Excuse me. And I think now would actually be a good time, once I get rid of some of these iced teas. I'll be going back and trying new ones, and that one is definitely something I want to try iced, because it smells like Jolly Rancher, and I love it. You know, it's you get such a profound experience when you just smell it, that you know what to expect. So the sour apple is definitely on my to-do list. Yes, if you love Jolly Ranchers, that's gonna be one to try. This one as well. What tea did I make today? This one's called the Alchemist's Garden. It's got watermelon cooler in it, which has apple pieces, hibiscus. I should have this memorized by now. Rose hips, raspberry leaves, cranberries, natural watermelon flavor, and rose petals. Then on top of it, they added more rose petals, more hibiscus, and spearmint. So it's got like a nice, sweet, citrusy, full flavor. With a little bit of mint to make it more refreshing. It's out of this world. This one, I can see why it won for the season. But then again, I say that for every season, because I've tried pretty much all of their seasonal teas, and like they just blow me out of the water. What is natural lemon flavor? I would imagine that they dry out the watermelon pieces and then they powder it. I don't know how they produce it, but they do. Everything that they do is natural and organic, so there's no chemicals involved. There's no reductions. It's probably just dried and powdered. That would be my best guess, but I don't know much about the natural processes of flavoring. It's stumped me. Oh, got something in my eye. Of course, this happens Yeah, I'll ignore it for as much as I can because I hate it when that happens during the stream. Yes, please do, because I would love to know how I can come home and make my own watermelon flavored things. Like I would make watermelon flavored candy all day if I could. Yeah, I can actually send that to you. The orange creamsicle, it's one of my blends. Remind me after the stream. I'm not gonna bring out Anna because she's gonna go nuts, and just it's she was actually because she was up there while I was doing my rice stream, and she was going crazy watching my video after the fact, and she wants to do this. So maybe one of these days I'll just do something like off the cuff and stream her. But not during one of these because it's gonna be really hard to concentrate. This is my first iced tea that I'm doing on the stream. I've never tried it before here. Usually I just make it for myself, and I just let it be. But because this is summer, and because I've had a lot of people asking me how do you make iced tea, this is it. And I mean, it's not a huge difference. It's more like just a matter of patience, a matter of waiting for the tea to get done. And this is essentially what we're doing. That's part of why this is such a challenge for me, because normally at this time I would have had a couple drinks of the coffee, a couple of drinks of the tea, and I would be able to talk about that. But since I'm waiting for this thing to finish, I'm not going to be able to taste it for quite some time, and that's part of the challenge of doing this stream weekly, because you don't know what to expect a lot of the time. I mean, let's face it, who would have thought last week I'd be going, oh, I need a job, oh. Nobody saw that coming, especially me. But, I mean, that's the kind of thing that you have to, that you can't prepare for. And I think that makes this experience even more lively. I'm not going to make her try, because the last thing that she needs is something sweet right before she goes to bed. And her parents would kill me. Not everybody was raised knowing how to make iced tea. Sad to say, the way that people in my house used to make it is like the powdered stuff. You put the powder in the water, mix it up, put it in the fridge, you're good to go. But this is like the actual real iced tea, steeping, making it hot, and then cooling it down. So this is one of my absolute favorites. The Tiger Eye. The Tiger Eye is really good, but it takes a little bit of skill to make, because for some reason it oversteeps easily. It's chocolate with caramel, and it's good, but it takes a little practice to get it just right. Also, there's one called Valentine, which is chocolate and strawberry. That one's actually a little bit harder to do, but when you know how to do it, it comes out really well. Let me see. So you said you've never had iced tea before? Okay, well, if you've never had iced tea before, I would recommend one of these over the powdered stuff, because it's just more authentic. It'll just like I always say, when you drink the Lipton and you get into that mindset with that's the way that tea must taste, you get into this habit of expecting just that regular boring tea, and that's not what it is. Not to say Lipton is boring, it's just common. Harder tea bags, harder than what? I don't understand the question. Well, poopers, if you're going to have a tea, I want to be there for you. I'll go ahead and help you out. I'm gonna get you something one of these days. Okay, so the fandom teas, Jazzy. Fandom is just they have a series of different flavors to associate itself with different characters of the tea. There's nothing that's definite about it. It's just people's expressions of what they associate the character with. So it's a very it's open to interpretation. And Luke, yeah, that is absolutely basic. You know, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but you know, I mean, I have nothing against Lipton. They make a good product, but it's very, yeah, it's very common. I wouldn't say it's it's dirt, but it's very common. I can't send it to you if it's I can't send it to you if it's already in liquid form. If I were to do that, I might as well just bring it over and make it for you personally. Okay, I'm skipping over. Okay, Celestial Seasonings. They're good for herbal blends, but I wouldn't really. I don't know much about their actual tea. It's hard to talk about because I mean they make a good product, but again it's you fall into that category with Lipton where it's sitting on the shelf for God knows how long in the warehouse. Then they bring it to the store, and then you pick it up from the store and drink it, and you know I mean it doesn't hold a candle to the stuff that's straight off the tree. Which one do you want to try, Jazzy? You mean one of the fandoms? I mean, you can try it. They actually a lot of them come in packs. Like they'd have 5 different samplers. So if you're looking for it, by all means, go for it. And let me know. I don't know if you have an Adagio account. If not, let me know. I'll send you a link, and it'll take $5 off of your first order, and that goes for anybody. If you guys don't have an account and you want to try one, just let me know. I'll send you a referral link. For the loyal from Riddle Shop, I'm assuming that's a Harry Potter thing. I don't know for sure because I mean you're browsing, but the fandom teas, they show up randomly. Yeah, I kind of figured. So it's 8:46. Yeah, I'm still going. I'm gonna have to get a little bit of water because my throat's starting to dry up, and my voice is cracking. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick swig. You just got a new mug? Nice. I gotta see it. What is it? Is it any characters or any anything special? Whew. Yeah, that really hit the spot. Oh, thanks. I'm like I said, this is my marathon. I've been working really hard to keep filling the space, but you know, it's because I love doing it that it just keeps me going. What would happen if I took it out early? I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be as flavorful. It's at this point it would still be good, but I want to get everything that I possibly can out of it. Hey Anna, how's it going? You made it. I'm about halfway. Yeah, it's about halfway through, right? From 8. I started at 8. Well, didn't start at 8:11, but I started steeping it at 8:11. So it's about halfway through, and I'm still going strong. My energy is up, and I'm just plowing through. And I'm grateful for you guys, because you guys give me stuff to talk about. You give me a good sounding board. So kudos to you guys. This is why I love doing this. You guys are so interactive. Oh yeah, and like and share my videos, get the word out there. People are gonna love iced tea, and not the rapper. Well, they might love the rapper too, but in this case, I'm talking about the tea. Yeah, that is that is what she said. The loyalty tea has apricot, white peach, vanilla, apple, and cinnamon. That sounds like something really like fall flavored. It sounds like something that I would try later on in the year, which is absolutely wonderful. There's nothing like a good afternoon fall tea. There was one, I'm forgetting, it's I forget the name of it, but it was an in-house blend. I love it, like out of this world. It tastes like fall. And, you know, I mean, the thing I love about Adagio in store, whenever they make a seasonal tea, is that it's usually popular enough so that it stays around for forever. Because people come in, they love it, they buy it, they want more. And they actually do have an apple pie one. It's called Apple of My Pie. I tasted that as one of my first ones, and this is, I think, going on 2 years running, like 2 or 3. Yeah, probably about 3 years. Yeah, because when I first started, 2 years. Yeah, because I didn't start getting into tea until the second year I was already here. Ceylon Sonata, that's Ceylon. I always do that. Ceylon Sonata. Blah, I can't talk. It's that's that Lipton tea, but it's gonna be more fresh, more concentrated. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite ones for like first thing in the morning. You get a nice, like it's like English breakfast. What tea would Alf drink? I don't think they make a cat flavored tea. Yeah, I was just about to say he makes coffee. He likes coffee, so I would probably say something with matcha. I mean, not matcha, mate. Luke, if you're still there, you're the mate expert. So I'm sure you can chime in at any time. But they have one that's a mocha mate that's got mate tea mixed in with coffee. I smelled it. I had a small taste of it because it was part of the what is it called, the tea tasting, the tea tour that they do. That's something I'll talk about in a second. I love doing that. But I tasted the mocha mate, and it was really like a strong coffee kind of flavor, but in a good way. Because I don't like coffee like the bitter aftertaste, but when you get that first like the coffee grounds in it, it's got a good combination. Now the tea tours, I don't know where they stand on it. They still have it on their website, but what they do is they give you a passport, and every week you go in and taste a tea from a different country. And after you get all 7 done, they give you a stamp for each one. As a matter of fact, I should have mine here. I did all 7 of them. And at the end of it, you get a $30 card for... oops, wrong side. You get a $30 card for teas on the go. So essentially, they they give you $30 in credit for drinking free tea. And I think that's an amazing program because it gets you hooked. You know, it widens your perspective, and it shows you what different teas are out there, where they come from. They talk about the culture, and it's basically 3 teas per visit. Well, and I have my passport here. I'll show you real quick. So you see, that's my tea passport. Ah, there you go, Luke. Welcome back. Mate is awesome. Yeah, go ahead, read read his entire comment because he is the mate expert. I've only had like maybe 2 or 3 of them. I've had, what was it called? Yerba mate, which is it's got a little bit of tobacco in it. You get the flavor, but not the nicotine. Then I've had the citrus mate. The citrus mate I had with you, Luke. That day that you came in, and you absolutely loved that one. And I think the third one was the mocha mate. I'm gonna check. It's in here already. I believe I had the mocha mate. It was from Argentina, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Argentina. Oh yeah, the mocha nut mate. I didn't know mocha was a nut, but yeah, you see my little stamp. These are actual stamps from the country, and that's like the novelty of it. I absolutely loved it. You still have a little bit of that left? I'm surprised because it's like I thought you would finished it like in no time. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they had the other 2. I had the toasted mate and the yerba mate I had before, so I didn't count that. So I've had 4 different kinds of mates before, and they have so many. They have one. It's like a chocolate mate. It smelled amazing. I didn't taste it, but that was something that I want to try. If I'm not mistaken, the toasted mate had a bit of a what's what I'm looking for? Like, it kind of tasted a little burnt, but not like burnt bread. Like it's got a bit of a smoky flavor, but not as strong, not as strong as the Lapsang Souchong, because that was like overly strong. But the toasted mate had a nice little toast to it. So going back, we started off with China. Love my little China stamp right there. And let's see, they had White Symphony, Dragonwell, and Keeman, which was it was one of my bitter experiences. Then we had, see my little Japan stamp there. No foot smell. It didn't smell like feet, it smelled like shoes. Then we have India. This is where Ceylon is. Ceylon is actually the region that the leaf comes from, and that's why they named it that way. As you can see, the stamp is Ceylon. And a little tidbit there. And Taiwan. I love that little stamp. See, they love me so much there. They let me pick my own stamps. So all of these, this is my taste in stamps. We got Sri Lanka, which was, it's got a little ship on the stamp. And South Africa. South Africa was my favorite because, as you guys know, I love rooibos. And rooibos, oh, they gave me vanilla chai, honeybush, apricot, and rooibos, plain rooibos that day. My little stamp there. And finally, the Argentina, which I already showed you, all the 3 mates. That was one of my absolute best adventures that I ever took. And I am grateful to all you guys at Adagio, if you ever get to see this particular stream, I love you guys. You're the best. And thanks for that experience, because it just feeds my addiction. And as you can see, I always go, I take every single chance I can get to stop by and pick something up. Oh, it is amazing. I loved it there. I went, this is when I was off on Wednesdays. It would be, I would go weekly, except for some, because some days were busier than others. Like for Double Points Day, I had to stay away. Well, I wasn't staying away because I was going for the double points, but I didn't do my tea tasting then. They should pay me, but I would gladly do this for free. We have to work on, yeah, we do have to work on filling out my passport. I still have it. It's still sitting there. I want to take it somewhere, but I'm working on that. I'm probably gonna take an overseas trip next year. Still wondering where. We'll see. But yeah, that's, if I'm not able to travel all around the world quite yet, I'm able to do it with teas. So I've already technically been to China, India, Japan, Sri Lanka, Argentina, and South Africa. And what was the last one? I'm missing one. Oh, awkward silence. There's one more I'm missing. They don't make teas in Denmark. I got 6 out of 7 just off the top of my head. What was that last one? That's gonna be driving me nuts. See, 6 out of 7 is not bad for just opening this thing up. Oh, Taiwan. Oh, really? Argentina, that might be good. I mean, yeah, we'll go for some mate, but it's definitely I'd like to see the ruins. Oh, I should visit Denmark. I would like to visit Denmark.